Hey, Valley Mills Christian Church. I'm Craig Rice. I'm so excited to join with you today again for our daily devotional. Today we're going to be in Colossians 3, and I'm going to be reading from the ESV version starting on verse 22. It says, "Bondservants, obey in everything those who are your earthly masters, not by way of eye service as people pleasers, but with sincerity of heart, fearing the Lord. Whatever you do, work heartily as though for the Lord and not for men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the inheritance as your reward. You are serving the Lord Christ, for the wrongdoer will be paid back for the wrong he has done, and there is no partiality." You know, we a lot of times think that when we're working, we can slack off and we don't have to worry about it, and we don't need to really do anything. We really just do things for people to see. And it seems like, especially when we work places, like when I worked in high school, I worked at McDonald's and I also worked at Dunkin' Donuts in college. And it seemed like every time we would do things when people were around, like our managers, when they were around, we would do things right, we would do things well, and we would work really hard. But when they left, we would kind of slack off, and we wouldn't work so hard, and we wouldn't work with the best of our abilities. And Paul is saying in his letter that we should work hard no matter what, because we should be working as if we're working for God. So how I read this is that, whatever you're doing, work as though you're working for the Lord. So that means if you are digging a ditch, if you're making fried food at a fast food restaurant, if you're working in a factory, if you are working at a hospital, if you're working anywhere, do it as though you're working for the Lord. And this means you do things differently. You work hard, you give God the glory, you're humble, you are helpful for people, you are always there to give kind words to people, you're always there to boost someone up and encourage them and live differently, because you're a Christian and Christians are called to live differently. So if you work somewhere and you may not like it and someone else is having a rough day, maybe just help them out. Show them that you love them. Show them that you care. Show them that you are willing to help them through this. And see how radically different your workplace is if you live by this way. You see, we all have different kinds of jobs, and we all have different kinds of living and different things we do. And just like the body of Christ has an arm and a leg and a head, and we all have different roles, we still have one Lord. And I read this as if we should work as for the Lord, because, we all make up this body and we all are doing different things. And just because you're at work does not mean you cannot serve the Lord. You can still serve the Lord. And you may not be able to openly say things about Christ, but you can live differently. You can work differently. You can help people out. You can talk to people. You can pour into people's lives. And it may look different, and it may look different from how other people work, and you may care about things that other people don't care about, and you may work harder than other people, and they will ask you, why do you do that? And you can say, I'm working as though I'm working for God, not for other people, not for man, but for God. And I'm going to do the best I can. And for you students who are listening to this, this can be a note for you for school or for working at home doing chores. Whatever it may be, whatever you do, do it as though you're working for God. Do it with a cheerful heart. Do it with passion. Do it with just strength behind it. Do it as though you're working for the Lord. Let people see how you act, see how you interact with people, instead of holding grudges, instead of gossiping about people, instead of talking bad about people behind their back. How about we together show people that Christians are different, and we do that in our work, we do that in our daily lives, and continue on. I'll see you next week for our Thursday with the teens. I can't wait to join you. Join us this Sunday for our worship, and when I bring the sermon this Sunday on humility. I'll see you this week.